about. It's just they have a better opportunity right now. So when opportunity comes, I just want to go out there and do the same thing.
Yes, indeed. And John, also about what you guys team as well. I look at your roster. You have a starting five with Damari out, all those guys, but the bench guys, including yourself, Kent Bazemore, Shelvin Mack, Dennis Schroeder, seem like all you guys are interchangeable parts. That anybody can play. The guards and the wings can play 2 or 3, 4 or 5 with Perro and Mike Muscala, Elton Brand, and Tabo's healthy. So talk about you guys as your makeup as a whole, how you guys are pretty much all interchangeable and can do each other's jobs very, very well.
Oh, man. I think that we're obviously a very, very deep team, and we work really, really hard. Even the guys that don't get to play as much, we put a lot of work in. People don't really see. We put a lot of work in our games or early before games, early before shoot around, just making sure when our time comes, we're ready. And, when guys get hurt or some guys are not playing the night or some got to be ready, the bench has to be ready to perform. And if we're starting off on a slow foot, then the bench has to be ready to perform. So we've done a great job of that so far this year, and hope we can keep it up.
And John, I'm interested to know, you sat out virtually all last year, and then, getting some major run during your D-League experience helped your game overall. Do you feel like that D-League experience was very beneficial to you, as a basketball player and helping your game progress?
I'm in an interesting spot with that whole thing, being a third-year guard and me being hurt all the last year and missing the whole entire year. For me, I think the D-League was good for me as a third-year player from the standpoint everybody knows that I'm healthy and can play again. I think that might have been a question because I wasn't playing here. Is he healthy? So me going out there and doing what I did in the D-League was kind of letting everybody know that I'm healthy. And I don't think it was more of a developmental thing for me as it would be for maybe a rookie or a second-year player. I think most of it was just we're a very, very deep team, and there wasn't much playing time for me to be had at that point in time. So why not go to the D-League and get some reps? And when I came back, Tabo got hurt, and I played the past 2 games, and I feel like I played pretty well. So, I definitely think that helped me stay ready for that.
And it's an interesting point, John. I think that I'm just curious to know, what do you think that the overall sense of the D-League is from players around the league? Obviously, there's veteran players who are never going to touch, the court in a D-League game. But some of the younger guys, as you mentioned, first-year, second-year guys coming up, players such as yourself, who's unfortunate, has an injury, needs to get some extra reps on a deep team. How do players perceive the D-League and players coming up from the D-League? Do they have a stigma attached to them, or are they accepted into the league as one of the members of the association right away? How do you see that playing out in front of your own eyes?
I think at first it's kind of like, I don't really want to go. It's kind of like a demotion. And for some teams it might be, but for our team, our team uses the D-League for just developmental purposes, or if you're not playing, you need to go get some reps, maybe 1 game, 2 games, 3 games, whatever it may be. I think right now it's perceived as kind of like a demotion for most people, but if you really look at it and see the guys that are going, and when they come back, they're more ready to play than they would be if they were just sitting down the whole time.
And John, comparing with Mike Budenholzer to your college coach Kevin Stallings, I feel like they both preach fundamentals and day by day. So what similarities you've seen playing for both of those guys, and what has Coach Bud meant to your game the last 2 years with him coming in after Larry Drew left, went to Milwaukee, him coming in and you was hurt last year, but still, what has he done for you for his preparation? Him coming from San Antonio on the Popovich, what ways he bestowed on you guys as a team to help you, all of you, the whole get better?
Coach Stallings and Coach Bud are 2 totally different coaches as far as their styles, but kind of the same in getting their point across and their love for the game and their passion. Both of them are second to none in that aspect. And obviously, Coach Bud has been around, one of the greatest coaches of all time, for a very, very long time, and he brought a lot of those qualities to our team, and it's definitely showing. Definitely just being unselfish. That's the biggest thing I think everybody sees is the ball movement and everybody playing as one. And so he's obviously done a great job. He won Coach of the Month and, coaching the All-Star game. And the second-year coach, that's a great accomplishment, and he's going to continue to do a good job.
John, you have a homecoming of sorts coming up here this Sunday when you return to Tennessee, and you guys all play the Grizzlies. You're going to have a bunch of family and friends coming to town for the game. How's that going to play out for you? Excited to get back into Tennessee and play?
Memphis is kind of far from where I'm from. It's probably closer to Atlanta than Memphis, so I probably won't have. I mean, I got a couple of friends that live there just because they live there, but as far as family coming in from Hendersonville or Nashville, I haven't had that since I've been in the league yet. So it's kind of far, but just to be back in Tennessee in general is always good. You know, it just has great food. So I love eating in Memphis and going there and playing. Even though we only go once a year, it's a lot of fun still.
And, you know, John, I think I got JR in a little bit of a technical difficulty. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay. I'm not sure that JR is with us, so I'm going to keep on rolling with it. You know, taking you back in time a little bit, talk to us about Kathy Brown, what she's meant to you, and the stories about your love for Little Debbie oatmeal pies and the New Year's night you messed up your shoes running through the creek. Can you expand on that a little bit for us?
How do you know her? That's funny. Her son, Cody, ended up being one of my best friends growing up. But you had to cross a creek in order to get to his house. So it was kind of scary because it'd be like little snakes and all kind of little insects, animals down there. So it was kind of rough. And if it rained, it got really muddy. So, you know, I didn't have a bunch of shoes growing up. So the shoes that I did have, I had to keep them clean, and I obviously got them dirty. I'm trying to cross the creek to go to Cody's house one day, and she helped me clean them up. So that's one story. And then the oatmeal cream pie, I was a fat kid growing up, man. I just loved eating sweets. So
you're like me, man.
She always had them on deck, and I always loved to eat them. But you know, Cody had a basketball goal outside his house, as did I, and I mean, all of us played basketball in the neighborhood did. But Cody had a chain net, so we liked playing in Cody's house because the way when you made it, the sound that it made. So we were always over his house playing, and I miss those days, man. It was a lot of fun.
Well, listen, real quick, John, I just got to know because I was a fat kid too. I still am a fat kid. So if you once loved oatmeal cream pies, what do you got in your snack cabinet now? Because I know you didn't give those things up. What's floating around your snack cabinet?
Obviously, I did give them up, man. I gave up a lot of things. I started eating healthy before I prepared for the draft. I decided to just lock in, and I really wanted to be good at this thing and be a great player. One day I had to change a lot of the habits that unfortunately I didn't want to. But I'm a Whole Foods addict now. I'm in Whole Foods every day. So all my stuff in my pantry is either organic or gluten free. So my girlfriend does a great job of cooking for me and making sure I eat the right things as well. But I might have a cheat day out one side of the month maybe, but it's usually something small, nothing like oatmeal cream pies anymore.
Yeah, John, Kathy told me to tell you hello. She gave me those two stories for the show. She said, ask John about this when we talked to him on Thursday. See if he remembers those great experiences we had back up there. So I said, I'll ask him. We'll definitely ask John when we talk to him on Thursday.
I'll never forget those days. Never.
And before you go, John, me and John are very interested in knowing what a day like of a coach or a player is. So tell us, in season, what is a typical day like for John Jenkins when you got a game day or just a practice day like today? What's your day like, man? Talk to us.
Like today, we have kind of an off day. Off day as in no games today. So usually I'm one of the first ones at the gym. I get treatment. I might go in the weight room to get warmed up, and I go on the court before practice starts, get a good workout in. We either probably have film or go on the court. Today we have film, so we watch film on how we can get better for the next game. And after that, I went to the weight room. I got some more treatment, got in the cold tub, steam room, all that good stuff, and got a good stretch, and and the rest of the day is yours. So I usually I might do some yoga at night, or I might stretch or do something else just to stay loose and keep my body fresh. But mainly my whole day revolves around, if it's not getting me better at basketball, I don't really want to do it. So I'm kind of a homebody. I watch a lot of movies, so that's kind of what my off day consists of.
Here's it, John. Well, John, we thank you for making time for us today, and I'll see you Sunday in Memphis, and good luck Friday against Golden State.
Sounds great, man. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome, John. And that was Atlanta Hawks shooting guard John Jenkins on the John Jay and John the Bossman Show. Coming up next, it will be Sir Foster, the Hawks organist. So we got double Hawks for you. Come on the Bossman Show.
All your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service. Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Album is available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
You just hired the A-team.
We're back on the Bossman Show with John Beckler. We're just joined by Atlanta Hawks shooting guard John Jenkins. Now we're joined by Atlanta Hawks organist in his 5th year in that role, but also an R&B singer and songwriter. He just released his new debut album, Future World Record Holder. It's the man, the myth, the legend, my buddy, my man, Sir Foster. What's good, Foster?
Hey, Bossman, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I am doing good, man. I'm doing great. The Hawks got back to winning last night. You did a great job as always. I watched on Sports South, man. How's the energy in the Holly Factory last night, brother?
Oh, man, the energy was crazy, and I appreciate that. The energy was great. The fans have always been great, and this team is just playing extremely well. You know, we came out, we played a tough Washington team last night, and I was very proud of the way our guys played a full 48 minutes.
Yes, indeed. And I was telling you off the air, Foster, listen to your album, man. I really enjoyed it. It gave me like an Ozzy Brothers, Maxwell type of feel to it with your beats and the pattern with the instruments using the background, man. So what inspired you to pursue the album Future World Record Holder the way you have and releasing it this year, man? What was your inspiration behind it all?
Well, I mean, the inspiration was just, you know, I've always been an artist and a creative being. And, you know, performing live is a great outlet to get that out of my system, but I've always had more. And, you know, I like to paint pictures with the sound. And so doing the album really gave me a chance to just explore that side of myself too. And I had a lot of fun doing it. It was great for me.
Well, you know, Foster, I'm a huge music fan, and I'm always interested when we have recording artists on the air to ask them about the process of writing, the creative process of writing, recording, finalizing all the business for an album. You know, how long does that take you, and what goes into that process?
I would say that I was working on this album for about 8 months, and it was, you know, it was a true journey. You know, the recording process and the writing process for every song was very different. Some of the songs, it seems like they just came to me from out of nowhere. Sometimes I would see something or hear something, and that would inspire me. You know, other times I could just be at the studio listening to beats, and that would inspire me. So you never know. There is no wrong way. Sometimes you get music first. Sometimes you get lyrics first. There is no wrong way. But it was just a true journey, and it was, like I said, it was just a lot of fun to really do it.
And as you said, you enjoy to do it. How would you enjoy these collaborations? I'm seeing you have from Dead Prayers. I see you have all these different people. I'm looking at your stuff, man. Like Foster, man, my man is on